He me.
He knew no black folks.
He me.
I'm going to go see Candyman because it is an all black cast. But I promise you, I'm looking for this. I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't
okay,
like
y'all playing. So see, I'm telling you, we're loud off.
Okay, but can we agree as a cast that we should do that?
Yeah. I've never.
I think we should have outings. I agree with you.
Yeah,
I'm down with it. What I'm saying is, though, hear me clear. Just hear me what I'm saying. I don't like scary movies, y'all. Like, I never liked them. Like, people only take me to scary movies because I'm dramatic when I'm in them. So I'm the whole. I'm like, that's scary.
Somebody behind you.
Listen up. Let's be clear. We got to sit all the way. No, we can't sit in the back. We got to sit close, like right by the door, just in case I need to.
No.
Okay.
Mid-center.
Listen. We don't have to sit by the. Okay, we don't have to sit in front. Don't touch me through this movie, y'all. Don't play with me. Don't be doing that, touching my ear crap. Don't do that. I'm going to lose this damn movie.
You got a shadow.
Tiffany, what's that?
Got a shadow.
What you say, Charles?
You got a shadow behind you.
So we'll sit you up. We'll sit you up. When we so we decide to go, we'll sit you in the far corner.
Not by myself.
Next to the wild.
Oh, okay.
Well, you had a
Candyman come through walls.
Miss Roy, you just keep fucking it up. Though.
That's what it is. Y'all want me to hang up. Okay.
Yeah. Miss Roy, just keep doing it. She just keep doing it. She don't know when to stop.
Y'all want me to.
Oh, Lord. All right, good people. So Miss Roy, after we open up, do what we do, we're gonna start early. We're gonna open up, do what we do. I'm gonna throw it to Charles so he can do the sports thing, and then I'm gonna let you have it. Cause and then I'm just gonna feed off on you, and then hey, do you still want to do your health, mama, or not?
I mean, I can. There's a lot of health.
I mean, I'm just trying to get us back into the flow.
Yeah, I can do the health hack. I can.
Okay. So we'll let you do that before we go to the part 2 of it. Then we'll move. We'll let you do that because normally what we do is let Charles do his thing first, and then we'll jump into the topic, which is you. And then after that, in the middle somewhere, I'll say, hey, let's go with the health moment. I'll flash up your little signature thing that I made. I'm in the process of redoing it. And then we'll go forward with the other thing. Tiffany, you want to handle the consequences and actions? Like, just bring the topic up.
I haven't had my traditional greeting in a while, so I'm feeling very.
That's cool.
Oh, okay. I don't think anybody has, but okay, I got you. We'll work on that. Might not be today, but I promise you you'll get it. Promise you you'll get it. All right, man. Let's get into it. See, I'll let you handle it. Come on.
Hey, y'all. What's going on
prayer, baby. Prayer, baby.
Oh.
Prayer,
baby. You know, get me together. I
know. I ain't tripping. I know. I like it.
Well, Lord, we just like to thank you today for waking us up, allowing us to see another day, God. We're grateful for that. God, forgive us for the sins that we committed only for you, God, or only towards you, Lord. Lord, we just ask that you go touch the families of those that passed on, God. I heard of a passing today that really shook me, God. And I just ask that you touch her children, her family, her loved ones. I know her brother very well. God, touch them all. God, give them peace with what your decision was in bringing her home to you, God, because you know best, God. Touch all of those that are suffering with COVID. Lord, it is going and it's rampant again in the nation, but God, we ask that you in the name of Jesus just touch and heal those. And if it is not your will, God, to heal them how we see fit, God, please understand that we know you still healed them and brought them home to you. God, we just ask that you just keep being a shield of protection around us, Lord. Keep us safe, Lord. Allow us to be mindful of what's going on around us, God. In these names we pray. In your Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right, let's get it popping.
It's official. 1, 2, 3. We're here for a particular reason.
Time to put the kids to bed.
And that reason is...
It's time for the full 180.
Yep, you've been waiting for it, and we back, baby. It's Tuesday, the new time. 8 p.m. Tuesdays, we are here. And what we are here doing, you know what we're giving to you. It's the full 180. Man, I know you missed us. We missed you. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a good start of the week on Monday. Man, it was a little tired one for me, man, trying to get ready for the weekend. But hey, we got to keep pushing through. Got to keep pushing through, man. I'm back with the whole crew. Shout out to our girl, Miss Bree. She is starting a new job, so congratulations to her. But she's trying to get it fit in where she get in. She got the kiddos and everything else going on. So she know we like family, man. We hold it down until you get back. I got Miss License Roy in the building. Of course, the first lady's here, and none other than my big brother, none other than Mr. DJ Legend, aka Charles Carey. I am yours truly, Mr. Gregory Harrington, aka they call me DJ Tricky, man. Look, in the beginning, I like to give you some news you can use or some stuff you just didn't think that was a fish that could have been good news, but it is good news. Now, question. Have y'all seen all these people doing these dang crate challenges?
Foolery.
Oh my God. I done seen a police officer do it. I seen one lady do it today. I was like, baby,
I
the way
saw
them
a
crates
couple do
bang.
it.
Really?
And they both fell hard.
See,
I said a dude do it with a bike.
That's just stupidity at its finest.
I seen one guy at a fitness place. He did it with a bowl in his hand. Then when he got to the top, he was doing curls. Then he walked back down with the bowl, eating his cereal walked down the
That's
bank.
just nasty.
Foolishness.
And then I seen one where the dude was walking up the thing and somebody ran up to it and kicked the thing down. And
what?
Yes.
And I would have went to jail. I would have went to jail. But my whole thing is, who are we that bored during the pandemic? We went and got some old milk crates.
Yes.
And lined them up like they playing Tetris to walk over them.
Yes.
Like, what are we doing?
Even more than that, the fact that you would just fall for the fad, that whatever is going on, you just go with anything.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it hurts you, cause you harm, kill, you don't care. You just gonna go with it because everybody else doing it. Come on, man.
Right.
I'm just like, dude, and I was floored when I seen the police officer do it. Now, the police officer got halfway down. This was in New York, and then he fell. But he got almost all the way down. I done seen people like it was two dudes walk from two different sides to get in the middle to make a circle, and they fell. I seen one dude, he broke every bone in his body.
Man,
like, bro,
it looked like they're gonna break their butt bone.
Listen, let me tell you something. These knees ain't gonna let me do it. You understand me?
Doing some crazy stuff.
I'm glad you said that, First Lady, because I was just saying, hey, we ought to get together and try to do it. What y'all think?
No.
You got it.
Why
not? That first crate is gonna take me out. You hear me?
And see, and y'all ain't gonna have me on national television falling on my butt and just squishing the whole crate.
We wouldn't do you like Ms. Roy. You think I would really put you out there like that? Yeah. Only in karaoke. I would make you do that. I wouldn't do you like that.
We in public. People might be around with our video cameras. You know, people see stuff and they go to video cameras. Ain't nothing safe for no more. Again, that first step would take me out when I am not. Here's a complete fool. I done told you already. I may be one dumb, but I am not too dumb.
I hate when she said that, but it's so funny. Shout out to Reagan, boy. Boy, he came up with that, boy. I can't. Ooh, that's something else, man. Oh my God. Okay, and then we're gonna jump into it after this, Charles. We're gonna go to your segment, but I gotta talk about this. Have y'all went to YouTube and seen the one-hitter quitter at the Steelers game?
Man.
Yeah, about the dude, that dude with the chick.
His girl got him all beat up. I mean, laid out.
What happened?
I've been trying to figure out how to download the video. If I get it while we're on the show, I'm gonna play it before we get out.
But she was sitting there yelling at the dude, and then she turned around and slapped him. And then he just gave her a one-hitter quit. Then her boyfriend got up. He gave her a one-hitter quit. He was out like this.
And I tell you, he lullabied him.
I mean, it was. And so when you watch it, it made me think about you who used to wear glasses. He actually, when the woman slapped him, he's like, he for a mom. He was like, oh, I got a mom. I can't do that. And he fixed his glasses. And then she did something. And he just said, forget it. Wow. He took her out.
Took her out.
And then the old boy, I don't know. All I'm going to say, that was a long ride home.
Yeah,
he probably fussing about, running your mouth too much, give me a fight. Boy, if I didn't know you couldn't fight, I wouldn't have said nothing. I was like, boy, look, would have got the business all the way home. But but once again, why are you running your mouth to a grown man like that?
But then she slapped him. Keep your hands to yourself.
Don't do it. And that too. You ain't gonna put your hands on me, player. You slapped me, and you heard him. And it wasn't. I will give all the kudos to the people who's videotaping. When they said, "Hey, she the one started the fight," that was very good.
Oh,
that was very good. That was very good. But yeah, she
people like that.
I mean, she touched the back of the chair. He laid down in the chair. Like, y'all should just quit. And then the black women on to the side. They was just sitting there watching. Like, I told you.
White woman slaps black man at Steelers game.
Yep. When y'all get time, watch that, man.
I watched it. I seen the whole thing. I was like, whoa. Bro,
you.
When you put yourself in a man's place.
Say that again.
Sometimes when you put yourself in a man's place.
You want to talk. You want to run your mouth.
She stepped in that square. As you know, back when I was young, they said step in your square. If you didn't want none, you didn't step in the square. She stepped very clearly in his square. She proceeded to not hit him but once, but twice. So I feel that as a human being, her head was just as thick as his. He just had more hair. That he had every right to do whatever it is. Her dude should have had her back or put her in check. One of the two.
I don't know. He laid out. Yes, how he was looking right there, Charlie. Then she bumped into him. He woke up.
I said, down, go crazy. He loved it.
Well, on that note, man, we're gonna jump right into it. You know, it's time for that segment. We gotta go beyond the three-piece and a pepper. Ain't nothing but DJ Legend behind the art, giving you all that information, keeping up with all the sports highlights and what's going on. Big C, take us there, man. The NFL is on.
Already brought to you by Mike and Nice, baby. Mike and Nice, keep your Mike and Nice, man. Hey,
I love my brother.
Yeah, the NFL, man. NFL game's been pretty nice, bro. They, Cowboys look pretty good.
Until
they need to get rid of Benucci.
Yes.
He need to go just do pizzas like his name is. I don't know what that is.
Yes.
But
how you throw 3 pick six in the same way, in the same manner,
I know,
in the same quarter?
Crazy. Jameis Winston will be the starting quarterback for the Saints. He pretty much gonna win that job.
I watched the highlights yesterday. Earlier today.
He did pretty good. Trevor Lawrence actually did pretty good too, even though he got sacked 6 times in his first game.
He gonna get hurt, bro.
Good?
Yeah, he gonna get hurt, bro.
Kansas City look good. They look good. You know, they got their everybody. You know what I'm saying? They
next.
But hold on, we finna talk about this right here.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
We finna talk about Shakira Richardson.
Thank you. The elephant in the room.
This past weekend at the Prefontaine in Oregon.
Yeah.
It was anticipated.
She got smoked like some ganja, bro.
She got last place in the race. But then hold on, Greg.
Still talking about.
Then on the interview, she went straight Oak Cliff. For real.
Well, that's not good.
Cussed on TV and everything.
But you know what? She's embarrassing us because you talking all this. You just bumping. What you ain't been bumping is your feet to that track. Cause it was
ain't no way.
And they laughed at her. You saw when she was talking all that stuff, they was walking by laughing at her.
What's that on TikTok? Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy.
Ain't no way, my boy. You gotta see it through.
She I don't think she did anything when she was out on suspension. I don't think she did working out, nothing. But yeah,
my thought was she ain't like it don't look like she really ran, bro.
Yeah.
Like, when she came out the starting blocks, it's like she wasn't trying to run, or she wasn't trying to really put forth the effort. That's what I seen or whatever, whatnot. Now, you know, her going, oh, what you said, Oak Cliff on the media. I mean, once again, that's a lack of immaturity that we just went through that we should have sat back and learned from if that was the case. But I don't think she put forth an effort. I don't know if it was done on purpose or it was another reason for it. But it was like
the baby and other stars. She was too busy doing that instead of taking
on top of that, Nike got a brand new commercial, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the commercial, it's her. They showing her nails and then eye stuff. And I'm like, you gonna show this commercial after she get smoked?
Yeah, man. Hey, that don't stop my money. That don't stop my money.
You know what?
The best ones I got smoked, bro.
Crazy.
I want to see her take that weave off her head. I want to see her take them nails off and see if she has some cornrows and make her more aerodynamic looking and not smoke no weed. And then maybe we might just get a second and a half stronger.
Ain't no telling. But on other news, y'all know Texas and Oklahoma is going to the SEC.
Yep.
They're gonna go and get that big money, even though Texas Longhorns got their own network. They got their own network on Spectrum and everything. So I do want to let y'all know Jackie McMillan. I don't know if y'all know who that is. She's a freelance sports writer for ESPN. She retired.
Okay.
Yeah, she retired, man. She been doing it since 1982.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a lifetime for some people.
Lifetime. She actually played. She graduated.
She played basketball, right?
They're in the
Division I.
They're underneath the sink cleaned, or they're in the
yeah.
Ms. Roy, hit mute.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she played. Yeah, she played. College ball and everything. And man, salute, because she was like one of the first women almost at ESPN almost.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So she kind of paved the way for a lot of them.
Right.
Robin Roberts was at ESPN for a little while. So she that's where she started her stuff at too. So, but but that's all with sports. Make sure y'all get y'all Mike and Nikes though, for real.
Mike and Nikes. Beyond the Arc is brought to you by Mike and Ikes, none other than C. Carey, aka DJ Legend, behind the Arc. Man, I appreciate you, brother, always showing up and showing out with that. Look, you know what time it is, man. It's time for our own very first lady.
Ties it off.
Yes, it is.
Everyone's.
Everyone. She's your ladies. She's our first lady. Some call her Sniffy. Some call her Lullaby. Some people call her Gun-Hitter Quitter. But she's your first Tuesday first lady. Tiffany E. Give her the church announcement, sister.
Hello. Everybody out there, full 180. You hear the song? That's what the full 180 will do.
You wanna talk? You wanna run your mouth? You want some gangsters straight out? We are sick. We are sick.
Charles directing the song. I absolutely love it. Hello, everyone in 4180 land. It's the 4180 crew coming to you with the announcement for this Tuesday. We still stand holding our sponsorship and promo pricing program, $50 for a week sponsor and $150 monthly for you private investigators. For you private private investors, please email us at the 4180convo at gmail.com. Again, it's the 4180convo at gmail.com for you private investors. And on the 28th of August, between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m., they're at the Music City Mall in Louisville. Free to the public. We are having Antoine is having another DFW Small Business Expo. Y'all, if you haven't been to one, go check it out. There's a lot of nice vendors out there having really nice merchandise, so go check it out. And then we want to support our Black vendors. So let's go ahead and support our Black businesses. Again, it's at the Music City Mall in Louisville. We have a pop-up shop that is going on Sunday, August the 20th, 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Pop-up shop at Diva Style Salon. I believe it is in Carrollton. 26
yes, ma'am.
Midway Road, Suite 232, excuse me, in Carrollton. So let's go out and let's take care of DJ Tricky. Are you going to be at that pop-up shop?
Yes, ma'am. This is my home girl, Miss Devonna. This is her pop-up shop. I believe this is her third one. And she is the material girl, as you see there. And I will be DJing and hosting the pop-up shop. Got a chance to speak to her yesterday to get the vibe. So want to make sure everybody come out. If you're not doing nothing Sunday, man, she's going to have a plethora of vendors there. As you see, DJ, bar, food. Hey, we're going to have a Sunday fun day hanging out with the material girl at the pop-up shop in Carrollton.
So again, let's go and get support material girl and our very own DJ Tricky at the pop-up shop. Get it, girl. HBCU Scholarship Dance-Off is still going down on September the 11th. The cash prize for the lucky winner will be $500. It is $150 to enter into it for team registration. I'm pretty sure the cutoff has passed. We're really close to the 11th. If not, though, you can always check. $150 for the team registration. $10 for the pre-sale tickets are going strong and $20 at the door. It would be held at the South Oak Cliff High School. So if you're interested on the 11th, if you have nothing to do, shoot it on over there to the high school for the Get It Girl HBCU scholarship.
Oh, girl. Get your girl.
And hey, ladies, still going strong on Saturdays at 11 a.m. ran by yours truly, Tiffany E. I am the host. We have very good topics and we get down and dirty. We done cried. We done a whole bunch of stuff now. I didn't got mad at them because they was checking me. But we had some good.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, ladies. So on Saturdays via Zoom at 11 o'clock, join us. It is a no judgment zone. I'll tell anybody if whatever goes on Hey Ladies stays in Hey Ladies. If you decide you want to talk about something that we talk about in Hey Ladies outside of the Zoom, you will not be let in for the next episode. And I do promise you that. This is an empowerment and motivating episode. It is a podcast for us women to grow and glow. Thank you.
And she will knock on your door.
Doorknob. September the 18th, our very own DJ Tricky will be back at Harlow between 1 and 6 for Ladies Love Rooftop Vibes. Please come out and support. Again, it is in Deep Ellum. So if you haven't been yet, the vibe is really good. Come and check them out. Come and check out Harlow, get some good food and get some good music.
All right.
Fabulously funny comedy show. Cat Corey Hill. He's absolutely hilarious, y'all. Come check him out if you haven't been. Admission is $15 for the pre-sale and $20 at the door. It will be held on September the 4th at 7 p.m. I see here the lineup is 6. Carlita K, headliner, and the stage is the Bows and Dustin Austin. So please come out. It will be held at That Damn Daiquiri, 700 South Copper Hill Road, Suite 158, there in Duncanville, Texas, owned by Mr. Marshall himself.
And the headliner is Miss Anastasia the Bold. My bad.
Oh, no problem. And then we still have our Fridays kicking strong. Karaoke at That Damn Daiquiri, Freaky Fridays, hosted by yours truly on the ones and twos, DJ Tricky. And then anywhere between 10 and 2, you'll hear the sounds of frequency. Going back, karaoke is between 7 and 10. There at That Damn Daiquiri again, but that's every Friday, guys. So get out there, get some good wings, some good music, and hear some people sound not too good. But hey, who cares? Okay, we're just having fun, guys.
I got a new lineup.
It's not a competition.
No, it's an after work. Come on, break them. It's an after work party, man. We just sit back, no judgment free zone. Only rule we got, if you know the song, sing it with the person. And special announcement, That Damn Daiquiri will be opening up a new spot all the way in Frisco. So be looking for that. If you live in the Frisco area, Plano area, we'll be out there doing, implementing the same things. And then there's a bigger announcement coming later on in the month, probably been in October. But they're doing big things. Go ahead, Mr. First Lady. I apologize.
Oh no, is that all the announcements?
Yes, ma'am. As far as I know.
Okay, well, we have completed all the announcements. My little choking session is now brought to you by Ozarka Water. I need it. Now, so everyone, govern yourselves.
Accordingly. Thank you, First Lady. Always showing up and showing out as usual. We appreciate you all the time. Man, from here we're gonna jump right into the show. Miss Roy, I'm going to let you do the due diligence.
Okay. My segment is brought to you by Fruit Apple Crisp.
Everybody got somebody
apple, dehydrated, all natural fruit crisp. You really should try them out. Amazon has them. They deliver it direct to you.
Y'all better write all these people a letter. They better send us some money. Look, the cash app is $MASON.
Mike and Nice is some brothers, right?
Yeah.
They keep making it mega mix. I need that.
Better write that letter. Go ahead, Ms. Roy.
All right, so tonight, I do want to start out with our little health topic. And the health topic actually slides us smooth into what we're going to be talking about so far as body image and taking care of yourself and, being healthy. So, Greg, you got that look of confusion on your face.
Oh, no, because I hate, some people don't understand I'll be on the show. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm interrupting you. Go ahead. Don't worry about it.
So basically, my health tip for the day involves making sure that you are taking good care of your urinary tract health. Your urinary tract health, especially men, it's very, very important. With the weather being warmer, people consuming less water or not consuming enough water, you'll build up uric acid, and before long, you'll find out that you have a urinary tract, kidney, and or bladder infection. That pinch back when you're going to the restroom, that's not a good sign. You need to get yourself to a doctor, get that handled, because urinary tract symptoms will carry up into your body and can damage your kidneys. From having a kidney issue, I don't recommend that at all. One of the things that you can do to make sure that you are having good urinary health is obviously drink lots of water, but more than just drinking water, make sure that you are completely emptying your bladder at each time that it's time to go to the restroom, because that tends to be one of the bigger problems, especially in men, when it comes to prostate and things like that. So this is about bladder health. Bladder health is important. It can leave you bloated, leaving you feel very uncomfortable. All kinds of issues can arise. And men, it can affect you sexually if you do not take care of your urinary tract health. So that is my health tip of the day. Take care of, your restroom breaks, making sure that you can go as frequently as possible. Everybody's got to go, but you just make sure you're taking good care of it. And any man who has had a bladder infection will sign off on what I'm saying. So, any questions about the bladder health?
Not at all.
Okay, well then.
I know my grandfather experienced this, so I understand.
Yeah. And it's like one of the earliest symptoms of prostate cancer is, when that prostate is enlarged and, infected, it causes all kinds of problems. So bladder health is important. Make sure you are not paying attention to that. You make sure that you are paying attention to your body and every little response that it might have, men and women. So, hey, you guys, have y'all seen Lizzo's new video, Rumors?
Nope, not yet.
I am delighted to say that I have seen it. If I found that it was amazing, visually stunning. Biggest thing that I think that I take away from that video is, Cardi B is probably an idiot genius, because she came on and she was defending Lizzo's breakdown. She had a full emotional breakdown on Instagram because the things that were being said about her body, and she chose to she chose to have heavy set dancers on the video. It's a really cute video. And,
She always had heavy set dancers with her all the time.
oh, these are
Right.
really heavy set. These were
Even on when she did the MTV Awards, she had heavy set
Yeah.
with everything.
well, she had her crew breaking it down. And Cardi was in the video as pregnant as she wants to be. As super pregnant as she wants to be. But Lizzo had a breakdown because part of rumors is talking about, everybody making comments about her body, saying that she's turning fat girls into thoughts and, things of that.
Man, them helpers are doing a good job by themselves.
Speak, because I didn't need anybody to encourage me in my big girl foolery. So, the thing about it is, though, Lizzo is representing a new trend where these stars are so torn up emotionally and mentally that they're breaking down in public. I mean, I take Naomi Osaka. That's another one. Just crying. And so
Is she crying because of body? Is Naomi crying because of body image?
Naomi's crying because of image, period. She is seen only, the questions that she is constantly asked and constantly asked of her, she has some identity issues going on. Being that she is from Japan and the Black part of her is Haitian, and she's had her Black guard, quote unquote, revoked a few times because she chooses to identify herself as Japanese. The body image issues can come not only with your form of your body, your weight, your size. Your image issues can also come from the way that you are looked at culturally.
Yeah.
And so, we have.
So what did Lizzo say? Like, what was said on this video during her breakdown regarding the video that she made?
The video is doing awesome. That's the thing that's crazy. I'm not understanding. The haters are hating. I want to be very specific, so I'm gonna look up Lizzo's breakdown. And she's basically, saying that she's given so much to music, and why are people still, hating? Why are still people, giving her a hard time about what she's going through? And I can get that. She has tried to do body positivity. She's been at the forefront of that. But what is body positivity to you guys?
Being fine with how you look. I mean, whether that's thin, because I believe thin people go through body image problems as well. So it's not necessarily us full figure women or us plus size women, however you want BBWs, whatever you want to call them. But it's some thin women out there as well, or petite, because some women don't like being called skinny. Some women hate it. So, so they're like a different name put on it. But, being comfortable with you, now sometimes I think, us as a plus size BBW, full figure, we need to back up a little bit and understand that, hey, we got the dimples and dents here and all, hey, I'm just one, I think I'm just a little bit more sacred with how I look, cover this up, you know what I mean? But hey, if you want to do it, I guess it's all about body shaming, body image, whatever. I'm just a little bit more sacred than some. I just think some things just need to be hidden and given away to who you deal with before, behind your four walls. However, some don't. Fine, do what you do. But I feel like you should be fine with how you look, big or small. Unfortunately, some people suffer thin or
no matter what size you are. Yeah,
they just suffer. They don't.
I have the video pulled up. It says, she says, the part of sadness.
Nobody cares. When we get rid of that part, it's like, yo, I'm already sad. Gotta add insult to injury that I have no one to talk to about it. It's crazy. Like, why do we feel this way? Why do we feel this way when we get sad? I don't want to feel this way anymore. I want to feel like I do have someone to talk to. People do care about me. I am loved. I'm not alone. That's how I want to feel, but I don't
So that's just a little bit of what happened with her. So to me, that's about a little bit more than body image. To me, it's about feeling loved and accepted no matter what you're putting out. What do you guys think about that kind of a breakdown? Because Naomi Osaka had the same type of breakdown.
It's not like a mental health thing. It's like,
It is. Mhm.
you know, it's just, just there people, a lot of trainers, sports, they're all under pressure for a lot of reasons. And, it's just, if you're going to be strong about it or whatever, but I hate for her to, be like that, but it's like they body shame everybody. You got models that are skinny, they making themselves throw up and everything to stay skinny and all that stuff. And then you got these Instagram chicks want to go get this surgery and all that stuff. What you gonna look like when you're 60 years old? You know what I'm saying?
Everybody better last a little now.
And then I'm be honest with you, there is body shaming in men too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I agree with you on that.
What do you think is the number one body shame thing that men go through?
I would say
the model type dude that the females love.
Basically, the model type dude
that's cut up, that's is lean up, cut up, and everything.
That's some women's preference, not all.
That's some, but the media put it out there.
Yeah,
like it's true. Same thing for women. The media puts it out there to say, women should be this, men should be that. Besides just being yourself.
But when you're on the outside of, so a couple things that when we listened to that struck me. When she talking about, I just want to be loved. I don't have nobody to talk to. Well, first you sound real suicidal. That's my first thought. My second thought is you have to get to a point, and I can only talk about me, can't talk about anybody else. You have to get to a point where you just don't give a damn. People don't determine who if I'm not for you, I'm not for you. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. And I've been told I'm arrogant, but if I'm not for you, cool. That's your loss, not mine. Because you didn't even see what was on the menu. And the way it was on the menu could have been everything you've been wanting, but because it didn't look like what you wanted, then you chose not to eat it. But it could have been good. You don't know. Just like reading a book. Sometimes we get a book, it's good when we first get it, but then we start mishandling it or it becomes not interesting. Okay, so then you put that book down. Well, my whole thing, if I'm a book, put me back on the shelf. So the person that needs to read me, that's interested in me, can read me. And you can leave me alone. She gonna have to get to a point. Because if she really think about it and you sit back, Lizzo, you made it to the industry of music. And I'm speaking from being in the radio game. You know how cutthroat that is? Like even a radio DJ. Don't think a radio DJ is just out there, getting paid. Some of them are. Now I can attest for the morning show when I was in 104. They were. Because that radio station is independently owned. Some radio stations, you're not getting paid like that. And if you don't have a hustle, you're gonna be left in the streets. If all you're doing is radio, bro, you ain't got no hustle, you gotta have a hustle game. Radio is only so much, but you made it to the music industry. You made it. You did something that there's some people still out here putting songs on YouTube and still ain't got a contract. You got a contract.
And she's commercial. She has both sides. It ain't like she's on one side. She has both sides. And
that makes her so marketable. That's the one thing I hate about Chris Brown. Not say I hate, but I dislike about Chris Brown. Yeah, I wish to God Chris Brown never got Rihanna. Because if Chris Brown never got Rihanna, in my own opinion, you'll be looking at the next Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I agree.
He had it. The brother can sing. Mm-hmm. He's candid. He can dance. The brother had it. But now you look at him, you got tattoos everywhere, bro. I can't market you in certain places. I can't market you no more. So you're not marketable.
I have a question. You said got with Rihanna. What did Rihanna have to do with him being the way he is?
Chris Brown. So Chris Brown fell in love with Rihanna in the wrong way. So that's what I mean. There was a way, and I'm gonna say it for how it was me.
Sure.
In my marriage, I felt like I let that person control me too much. They had too much control where I would go off the deep end. This is a part of my 180. I would go off the deep end and act totally not myself. And then people thinking, oh, you crazy. You did. Nah, bro. You feel like your feelings being played, and you sitting here investing, and you doing this, and you doing that. You're going out your way. I'm bending over backwards, do this to do that. And I feel like you know, then after a while, it's only so much a person gonna take before they snap. But then you looking at, oh, he crazy. Nah, it ain't that he or she crazy. What did you do leading up to that? And if he sat down and talked to you, or she sat down and talked to you before then cool. But bro, everybody got a breaking point. You cannot keep pushing somebody in the corner and expect them not to keep fighting. Right. No pun intended. The Steelers, you ain't gonna put your hand on no grown man, woman or not. Because I'm quick to tell anybody who want to act like a man. I have three. I call the three ladies in my life: my aunt, my grandmother, and my mother. Treat them to the utmost. However, and I respect them, but you come to me acting like a dude, I'm gonna walk away from you. But if you continue to act like a dude, then I'm gonna do exactly what he did. I'm gonna put these paws on. Cause see, you out of place right now, and I'm trying to walk away from you. I'm trying to be the bigger man, and they teach you that, and I could be wrong. So Miss Working, but when I was in marriage counseling, that's what they tell you. Well, you know, the man is a stronger vessel. You should be able to walk away.
That's not always true. No.
I'm with that. Thank you. That is not always true. Not when you keep poking and poking and poking. It's like, look.
I'm not going to be popular for what I'm about to say, but this is the way that I was taught. I am only speaking for me, Christina Roy, America, what I was told. I was told at a very young age, it is not right for a guy to hit on you. However, you cannot then, as a woman, as a young woman, if you don't want a man hitting on you, then I was told not even to play fight, not to, you know, be tagging each other, none of that. Yes, because if it gets serious, he's stronger than you. And then it was taken even one step further that my grandmother and my mom would say, Christine, if you don't want to get hit, don't put yourself in the place of a man. Don't get all up in a man's face, putting your hands all in his head and muffing him and carrying on and doing all like that. Those are the type of things that trigger men, and they will just respond. If you a guy and you're in a car and you arguing with a girl and she turning the wheel like this and that, and you going all over the road, you might need to give her a right cross, you know, because it's just instinct to protect yourself. Do I think that a man has a right to beat on a woman? Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely not. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is there are some women, and you know who you are, women in America, who will poke the bear. And what that means is they will get up. You can't do nothing. You ain't going to hit me. You a punk of you. I mean, they got their head, their fingers right there in the forehead. And there's only so much before a human being snaps.
Right.
And then they want to be the victim at that point. Well, no, you brought that on yourself. Because, you know, I don't believe in putting my hands, my mouth, my whatever negativity. I'm not going to do that to somebody that I even like or care about.
So let me ask y'all this. You know, we can move on, and then we'll add in the other topic too. But I mean, with that being said, what Lizzo was talking about, my first thought was, when did we start being so concerned about images? Like, when does that happen?
The media.
I don't think it's not been a concern. I just think it with certain people, depending on what stage they are in life, especially with celebrities, because then they bring it out. Or media brings it out. It's heightened. It's heightened depending on who's talking about it.
Right.
I don't think it's ever been where it wasn't an issue.
Right.
Like Charles said, you got the models out there. These models are bulimics and anorexics. You know what I'm saying? Just a job. So I don't think it's never disappeared. It just depends on who's talking about it at the time. It happened to be Lizzo's time to be talking about it, i.e. the video. So it and then you have the people who struggle with it daily that aren't celebrities, who are having those silent conversations.
Yeah.
You know, who are having round table discussions about it. So
Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever go away as long as there's human life.
Mhm.
It'll always be there. Somebody is never going to be satisfied with how they look until they get comfortable with how they look. It's going to be a hair problem. It's going to be skin color. It's going to be acne. It's going to be
something.
It's going to be something always.
Yeah.
So would you say that, Tiffany, man, because I know you spend a lot of time in the gospel world. Is it, and I'm asking this for a reason, does that same concept of what you said, does that happen in the gospel world? And the reason why I asked, and I'm gonna let you finish, I apologize. The reason why I asked is because now these same gospel people are supposed to be, we all about this book. And it says in the book, don't judge, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So in the gospel world, they do that as well.
Okay, so are we at this point talking about them having an issue with themselves? Or are we talking about them shaming others?
Right.
Because them having an issue with themselves is different.
Right.
Because everybody, I don't care what your relationship with God is. Right. Everybody can look in the mirror and start picking out 1 to 2 to 3 things that they will say, if I had the money, if I had this, I would change that. I would fix that. And I would get rid of that. I can give you about 10 things right now that I would fix today if somebody gave me some money. Maybe not 10. I'm going to go get something done. It's just clear. I ain't getting no bigger boobs. I ain't getting no bigger boobs. I'm not doing none of that. No small. I'm not doing none of that. But somebody gonna like on this stomach. Like, let's be out the way clear. If we had the chance, that's why braces have come into play to repair teeth. That's why there are cosmetic surgeons out there to make you feel better about yourself. The unfortunate thing is, even with those, after you've looked in the mirror, what's next? You know what I mean? Like, I got my nose fixed, but now my nose don't fit my ears. Do I go get my ears adjusted? Now my ears look smaller than the rest of my head. So now am I gonna go on a crash diet?
I'm not light skinned. I'm gonna go get bleached.
What? There's a movie called Skinned that's about
I'm not about to say with Charles. Charles said he's gonna get bleached. Not about to do with you. I'm not. Zoom out, please. Thank you. But what I'm saying is, I think it's always gonna be something. But I don't care. Judging is judging, gospel or secular. No one can do it. Period. Whether you in that book or whether you're not in the book, because see, God ain't worried about you in the book or not. He's more concerned about you being one of his and you judging. Period. He reigns as the judge.
And what are you doing at the club? Because it's not a sin just to go to the club. You can do, all kinds of extra things at the club.
Indeed. So, I mean, I just feel like in Lizzo's case, I had a question before we got to talking about the one moment that we were talking about women and men putting their hands on each other. I was thinking, do we sometimes put ourselves in positions to be spoken ill about? Because Lizzo came out, bam, this is my body. You love it or like it. You like it or leave it. It just is what it is. You saw her on the beach naked. You saw her in the house naked. On one of her album covers, she's naked.
She was at the LA Lakers game with a thong on.
Indeed, so I'm not saying that she can't revert back to a space in her head and say, OMG, like maybe I shouldn't have done that. It brought more shame than it did anything else. Like, let's all be clear. Nicki Minaj came out, pink hair, big hair, blue hair. Man. She toned it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fake booty, fake everything.
Even Lady Gaga came out kapow. Next thing you know, Lady Gaga, and I don't know if they do that to make themselves stand out from everybody else, because there's so many rappers, there's so many artists. You know what I mean? So when I first get out here, I got to be relevant first. And then once I made a name for myself, then I can go back to a certain standard. But at the end of the day, that is the image that you have put in people's head. If I first meet you, or if you first meet me, let's say that, if you first meet me, and the first thing you know about, I done cussed you out, I was kicking cans, I was pissed off, that is the image that kind of stays a little more than the next time you see me and I'm a little bit more calm. I'm going to be known as the hell-raising Tiffany, not
Well, I
Did you
noticed you only lifted one finger that particular time. I think the two fingers indicate the higher level of
That's
distress.
funny.
You
That's
know,
funny.
it's unfortunate, but like I said, it's something that we've spoken about before. It's perception. I can change my life. I can be I can be a prostitute for 10 years. I can be a stripper for 10 whole years. I would go to school while I'm being a stripper, got my nursing degree, then decided I want to go be a doctor. When got that, I can come out and be a doctor, PhD, making hella good money, taking care of my family. But you know, when somebody see me that came in to the ER and saw me as a doctor, but saw me as a stripper as well, what do you think they're gonna look at me first, the doctor or the stripper?
Man, she was
a stripper. And she a nurse.
They're gonna see me as a stripper first.
But
unfortunately, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Unfortunately.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, everyone doesn't condition their minds for people to change. Some people like to keep you where they are because that was comfortable for them.
That's easier. That's easier.
Exactly, because it's easier for them because they're still where they are. So they want you to stay there.
Right. And if you make progress, you're gonna leave them behind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't have to say nothing because you just said it, because my thing was that would be my initial reaction, like, hey, that's a stripper from the club.
Absolutely.
But then it's like, is she a nurse? Well, why is she stripping? I'll be more curious. That's just me. Yeah. But I'm getting to your point of what you said, that open-minded. If I met you, you was this a-hole, when I met you. Well, I don't know what was going on with you then. But then if I talk to you next time, it's calm. So now it's the balls in my court to ask, hey, when I met you the first time, was something going on? Or because to see you now and to see you then, it's like two different people. Right. So it's like you ask questions. So I guess with what you said, that comes along with, sooner or later you become mature. In my mind. Kim Caked Up, what's going on, lady? She said social media. She says social media has heightened the issue. People need to be in the I don't care zone. If you're happy, who cares? Yeah. I hear you, sis. I hear you, man. Yeah. Look, we're gonna add in the other topic on top of this. Good stuff, Miss License Roy. We're still talking about this. So if you got questions, you got anything you want to feedback on it, please make sure you hit us on the chat. We'll definitely read your comment, whatever question may be. Kim, I'll try to get you on the show next time. On the show last time, but I know you was busy, so we're gonna try to schedule you next time so you can be part of the show. You can actually be here. You ain't gotta type nothing. But the second half of the show is the questions put on the table is consequences. Right? Consequences. Do you think there should always be a consequence to your actions, whether they are intentional or unintentional? Because go ahead, I'm sorry.
Define intentional and unintentional, please.
Oh, glad you said it. It says it is more important to consider the intention. Is it more important to consider the intention or the consequence? In other words, two exact actions with the same consequence are treated differently because of the intent behind those actions. One action may result in insurance of coverage. Another one, this is an example, while the other action may not. So let's put it in another seeable, a visual term. Let's say if my intentions, so if I accidentally hit one of y'all, it wasn't my intentions to hit y'all, or if I did remotely whatever, it wasn't my intentions to do it. However, should I expect some consequences from my intentions?
If it's not
my action?
So this is me. It depends on who you're dealing with, because there's some people out there that just edgy and oh my God. And if it's an accident, in my opinion, if I bring it to you, it be an accident. You say it wasn't intentional, and then it can go on. But I do believe that there are consequences to some actions.
There are.
I believe that there are consequences. If you go to do the food, there's a consequence for you do the food. My kids, look, this is what I say to my kids. It's goodness story and because my mama raised me to say, hey, I ain't got no money. She didn't tell me she had no money. She just said, when we get in this store, don't you ask for nothing.
That's it.
Who was the one that asked for something? Tiffany. So what Tiffany do? Because I asked for something, I got the look of death at me. Like when I get you in this car, I'm gonna knock your lights out. Didn't happen, but I told you don't ask for nothing, you did it anyway. So let's say she did with me. Yeah. That was the consequence because she had already told me, don't ask for nothing. So should I have not been dealt with? Because she already told me, like everybody knows. America, if you don't know, don't pinch me. Don't pinch me, friends. And don't pinch me mad. Because I'm telling you, I'm not, I don't feel good being pinched. I don't like it. Don't pinch me. So if you pinch me, I have every right to either not talk to you, slap you, whatever the case may be. It won't be physical, but somebody pinch me and I shut them off completely because I asked you not to. So again, the consequence is I shut you off.
Well, consequences always carry their own punishment. And I think that's probably one of the biggest problems we have with a preteen and going into young adulthood. Consequences aren't real. You know, consequences have to be like a stove, immediate, hot, and it has to be a threat. It's something that's got to stay in your mind and make you be like, dang, I ain't gonna do that no more. That was real stupid. But that's the thing, we have taken accountability for consequences out of so much to where it's like no one assumes responsibility anymore. I mean, that's how I look at it.
But as that person, let's say, as that person, if I did something to hurt you, should I already expect the consequences if I did something to hurt you? Or let's say we in a disagreement about something. That's something totally that something totally I did or something you assumed I did or whatever the case may be. And then we have a conversation and we back to normal. So should I just automatically just assume and go back since we had the conversation, go back thinking, hey, okay, well, we good people now. We straight. Or should I have some type of consequence to let you know, hey, bro, you can't do that no more. We you know, now my whole thinking pattern about what you do is gonna be totally different. Because that's me.
But that's the truth. That's raw. I mean, it's the truth. You can't put it any other way. There's certain topics you can't tiptoe around. And that's one of them.
And there again are consequences. I just think we need to get to the point where, and this can go, maybe not for everybody, because some people just accept their part in what it is. But I think a lot of people don't accept their part in it or don't want to hear what their part was regarding the consequence of the outcome of what was done. That in itself is a whole problem, period. So now we got two problems.
What is?
I agree with you.
Problem number one.
And I'm gonna say this. My thing, problem number one is we treat each other's wrongs totally different.
Yeah, everybody's measured according to a different standard.
There's times where my wrongs had me. I use the analogy, had me pinned to the cross. Now, of course, you know it wasn't necessarily true, but mine was just ultimately the biggest wrong in the world. But here you do something, and it's like, oh well, baby, that ain't nothing. You know, I ain't do. Nah, player, what is you doing? Or if eating is your homeboy. Bro, you know, every day now, just a little scratch. Just a little scratch.
It's a little more than that.
Let me tell y'all one thing I know about Charles' kids. Do not play in his shirts. Don't ever play in his clothes for no reason. Because that's you're going to get a consequence. You're going to get a whole treatment of something. That's why he laughing. But I know it for a fact. I ain't playing. He ain't lying. Because I can say me and him already had an altercation over there. I bet you still got the shirt too. It was a blue and white polo with a collar on it.
Yeah.
I told you. Man, I mean, we had a whole falling out about this shirt. But see, I learned something though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I know not to play around your clothes or this and that when it comes to your clothes. Cool. But, and I learned that's a sensitive thing for him, like Tiffany say with her pension. But I think some of us, when we do somebody wrong, we like sweep underneath the rug like ain't nothing. But when somebody wrong us, we make it a whole party. You got to tell your homeboy, then your other homeboy know, call your homegirl and told them. It's like
it's boundary
when I do
setting.
it, you ain't telling nobody nothing when you did your dirt.
But it's boundary setting. It's like people get away with what you let them get away with.
Indeed.
And when you setting good boundaries, they're not able to cross that. And that avoids the whole conversation in and of itself by just having healthy boundaries. Now, what do healthy boundaries look like for you? Everybody's boundary is different.
True.
Absolutely. And I think everybody's consequences are different. How
Yeah,
you
I
may
agree.
react to one thing that's the same thing, hey, may be different. That's just like Miss Roy. I could slap you, turn around and slap Charles. Charles may react totally different than you do, or he may give me a different consequence than you do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I just
Because
think
the
it's
things for
always
Charles ain't gonna be the same for things with me or with anybody else, because Charles, and it's the relationship, the quality of that relationship. Let's say, we're gonna use Charles and Tricky over here. They have had this brotherhood relationship for years. So Charles probably can get away with a lot more stuff than I could, but it's all involved in knowing your role. I should know my role and realize that I sit outside of that, particular friendship, and that it's just, you got to know where you belong and where's the correction, because some consequences are irreversible. Some
I can agree with
consequences,
that.
once they've been given, you can't come back.
Ain't no come back from that.
No.
And I'm going to go along with Ms. Roy and agree, because there was a consequence when I was married that happened between her and my mother. You just couldn't. Nah, player, we don't. I don't treat yours like that. What make you think you're gonna get away with it? What make you think you can do X, Y? And until somebody give me an answer, I'm gonna have this thought process. You cannot tell somebody you don't like something and then turn around and do it. That defeats the whole point. Don't tell me that. That don't mean I'm gonna do it to you on purpose, because then you turn into being somebody petty. I get it. I gotta pay the side too, so I understand that. But this is like, if you say you don't like it, man, then don't turn around and do it, and then don't get mad when I get in when I get all into you, because I'm getting tired of you saying that. It's like, stop it. This whole, I just had a conversation. I think I told Tiffany, I had a homegirl who talking about she ready to focus on a relationship. But as we went through this text message, it was like, no, you're not. You just want to get laid. That's all you want. You don't want to focus on a relationship. That's all you're looking for.
And how liberating
you want
is
to
it?
focus on it?
But okay, do you think that it would be less consequences, would be less like, okay, so a lot of miscommunication in relationships is some people are uncomfortable with what they want. So they pretend and dance around what it is they really want by saying they're wanting something else. So when the consequence of the relationship happens and it falls, then who's at fault? Who really is to blame?
And Ms. Roy, when you said that, my face turned up, because that sounds so much like confusion. If you want something, tell me what you want. Because if I want something, I'll tell you what I want. Especially if you're in a relationship.
Tell me what you want.
Look, she woke up. In your relationship, tell me what it is. I'm not a mind reader. Tell me what it is. Let's have the conversation. If it's workable, we can work it out. If it's something, if it's just this, just that, cool. All right. But if you just dancing around, it's like, quit walking around the house to come in the front door. The front door right here. Why are you walking around the house? For what?
What fear plays?
And at that point, my thing is, if you're trying to have a relationship, I don't care if it's a job, family member, whatever. If you really can't sit down and talk, and I know people tell me, well, Greg, everybody wasn't raised like you. I get it. And I thank you, Schmidt. But still, at some time, man, you gotta know how to have a conversation.
Eventually, you're gonna have to have.
Go ahead.
I think there'll be less consequences if people knew how to sometimes not act or react. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some things just doesn't require knee-jerk, in Greg's words, a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, there would be less consequences if you took a moment. And sometimes that moment is hard to take, depending on what's happening. I'll say that. But sometimes we don't have to react. Sometimes it's just a matter of, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Because now somebody don't have to deal with the consequence because Tiffany, Christina, Greg, or Charles is quiet. Because some things just do not need to be addressed.
Like, just give some examples. Let's give
Yeah.
some practical examples, Tiff. What are common sense things that people should know, but they don't know?
So I'm
First of
gonna
all,
say
common sense ain't common to everybody.
It sure isn't, but I'm playing devil's
I got you.
advocate.
I'm rolling with it.
So I'm gonna say this. So when I was younger, there were two young ladies that I had a battle with all the time, solely because of somebody I was dating. And I was at that time like a 7, 8, 9, 10, small. I wasn't big at all. And they would call me fat all the time. Why would I address that? Why would I address being called fat as the 7, 8?
Yeah.
That's useless.
True.
I'm not going to argue with you about you're looking at me, calling me fat. Like, why would I react to that when I know I'm not? That's what I mean. Like some things you just kind of be like, okay, you dealing with your feelings right now, or you mad, or it's whatever. So you just kind of be like, okay, I'll let you have that one, whatever. Now, if you had said something about these knees, we was gonna have.
Wow, I didn't see that one coming. I didn't see that one coming.
I'm just saying,
y'all.
some things are just not. It's not big enough to address. They're just not. And we address it with, again, I've said it before. We major in minor and minor in major. Like so many small things. I just be like, really? You don't even have to worry about that. Like they was going through something.
But that's normally.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Why?
I was gonna wait till the end of the show, but I'm proud.
Okay,
you made a confession today about you being petty. I'm so proud of you.
I could be. I said I could be petty. That's fine. You know, I'm just the show is. I have a whole bunch of petty people on the show. So I mean, all y'all would have to meet.
Okay, there we go.
Y'all don't admit it. There you go.
I am. You know what? I am many things.
It's called a full 180 for a reason. You
got
to be truthful.
No. I can honestly say that I am fully not. I am not petty. I've never been that way. I can honestly say that. Never been petty.
I bet if I asked 3 different people, they was like, "Yeah, she's petty."
Ask 3 different people. Ask who you want.
I'm about to do it. You know, I'm about to ask your sorrows. Those ladies are just
you want a number?
Please
hold on. Wait a minute.
Nah, girl, you're doing too much.
You want Jocelyn?
What you said, I'm good. Back what you said, Tiffany, you know, my thing is that you right. Sometimes you let it go. But how long do you keep suppressing that? Because see, a lot of people, that's what they do. They suppress it, they suppress it, they suppress it. And then you could be in somewhere in public doing something, whatever, and you hit the last nerve, and you in the middle of the mall, and kaboom.
You know, blacked out.
All that stuff. See, it's just, I understand walking away from some stuff. Some stuff, I agree with you. Some stuff is like, nah, bro, whatever. I'm finna go home. But after a while, it's like, okay, you just keep running your mouth. You keep running your mouth. Like the dude on the Steelers video. He was suppressing it, ma'am, da. And when she touched him, hey, don't touch me. And then she slapped him. Oh, see? So
you still held himself.
In the words of me and my mama, we like to give the people what they want.
But he still held himself for a minute. He still held himself. He was trying to get it and pulled himself back. So I feel like you don't have to suppress anything that you know isn't true. Again, me being the 7, 8 men call fat. Like I don't have to suppress a lie. Like, come on, you going through something and it is what it is. But when it is a nitpicking, poking, whatever you want to put on that, and you don't deal with it, then because in 9 times out of 10, you give it to somebody else. You don't even give it to the person.
That's true.
That's poking you.
Yep.
Hardly ever.
Well, you know, when we talk about boundaries, certain people know who they can go certain places with. There are certain people who may not say anything to me that they would say, or they would say something to me, but they wouldn't say it to Tiff. Or they'd come at Greg a certain way that's not the same way they come to me, because people, they know who they can get over with and who they cannot get over with. But that's a boundary thing. But most people don't know how to set healthy boundaries without hurting people's feelings.
Yeah, okay. That I can probably raise my hand to that sometime. But my thing is, I'm a straight shooter. No chaser. I ain't finna do all that. Let's get to the point. Now I can talk to you like you got some common sense, but when we get to a point where it's like now you trying to belittle my intelligence, it's like okay, so either I'm gonna quit talking to you, or it's just like I'm thinking to myself, do I need to talk to you like you a kindergarten for you to get? Because people act stupid. They ain't stupid. You know exactly what I said, but you twisting it and turning and trying to fit what the fit like we do the Bible. We use the Bible to fit our sin. It's like you try to fit. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You listening to respond. So if I say and then what, all you heard is what.
Right.
And then you want to know why I'm sitting there looking at you stupid. Like, are you really doing that? Like we back in elementary school and we playing these games, and you pushing 42 and I'm 43. See, I don't want to deal with you because you to me you gonna cause too much confusion. And if you do little stuff like that, then I can imagine the big stuff you're gonna do. So my way is like, all right, well, let you have that. You good. And then why we quit talking? Because you silly, but it's very delusional. But it ain't. I'm not gonna sit here for the rest of my life trying to explain stuff to you. That's it. Right. And Frankie, I'm still doing good. I don't want to hear all that. What's up, WAP? Talking about you were doing good. What else? All these people always well, all right. I'm gonna get like Tiffany, get the blocking people.
Hey, Frankie. Don't do it. Don't you do it.
What you? Okay. That's history. What she just say? It's certain people that you can. Yeah, that's not your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Don't you do it?
Okay.
Okay.
Look, man. Look, I have enjoyed, especially the whole Lizzo thing. It's quite interesting when you hear a celebrity actually going through that. I mean, I went through some of that growing up, whatever. But you just, I don't know. I don't know how I got out of it, but I got to the way of where it's like it just don't matter, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm still living. Ms. Roy, you on mute? Ms. Roy, you on mute? Oh, she was talking. Okay, so other than that, man, I hope y'all understand. I hope y'all got something out of it. Especially Tiff, you said a lot of caveats that I think would have helped anybody. I'm saying, even with and the reason why I asked for the gospel thing is because we supposed to be when the people that are, I don't want to say just living for Christ, but the real churchy people, put it that way, cliche. I would think that would be less there because you're supposed to be an encourager. Like, case in point, when people went bad on Leandria Green, and I'm saying her name right?
Leandria Johnson?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you. I don't know why I got Green. Oh, she went to high school with us. My bad.
How did I say that?
I just thought about that. But, they went bad on her a lot in the gospel world or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Kurt's situation was short-lived. But it's just like things that she was doing, things that she was going through, whatever, whatnot. I mean, it was amazing to me to see these same people who want her on every album and want her to do this are the same one that was running their mouth long time ago.
And it's so crazy that you say that, though, because although Leandria did what she did, a lot of that world didn't even think she was lying. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like, was she lying? It was just that she presented it on, but was she lying? I mean, what cracks me up is, and I've said this about Barack Obama several times. Funny thing is, they had so much to say to her, but shout off her music like Pick Struggle.
All you do is put them in there with your dad.
You're going to deal with it and be done with it. When you're not going to be Barack Obama, you can hate him, you can say whatever you want to say. He was still number 44 at the end of the day. And you still buy Michelle's books, secretly hating her. Like, come on. Like, so again, we say, I don't have time to trip off that. That's my answer. You know what I mean? Like, we get to one with some stuff. We should be at a point and we should mature at a point where some stuff just should not bother us.
Right. Mr. Hurst is in the building. Hey, Hurst. Kim Caked Up said, mostly we are judged by our fellow church members. They are the most judgmental. Man, you know what? I can attest. Sometimes they we can get a little we get a little we get a little glorified and we'll get holy or whatever, whatnot. Not saying sometimes it's not just, you know, I ain't gonna say it's just a judge. What am I trying to say? I don't necessarily call it judging. Well, I ain't gonna say I'm judging you if I see you. I'm observing you to try and figure out what it is. But now at this age, what I've learned is just because I observe you, I need to go ask some questions.
Right.
If I want to know, not be say, you see this? What they got on? It's like, well, why are you asking me? Go ask them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Ms. Roy said, we good at going to talk to somebody else. I can go talk to you about somebody. Well, but then you walk around like you Billy Badass. Well, if you Billy Badass, go tell the person what you just told me.
Right.
And if you can't put an address on the player, man, go back over there. Because you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't not gonna bust a grape ever in life. So it's just like, don't do that, bro. And my thing is, whatever I told you when it was me and you and the person went there, I'll go back and tell them the same thing. I don't have a problem with it. To me, that's your character, man. That says a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot about you. I went on here before and said something about, you know, the issue when I messed up with Jermaine a long time ago. You know, when he came around that corner, I just knew it was surprising. And I wasn't ducking and dodging him. I was just really trying to work all that out to see if I can make the situation better. But he came around that corner. My first thought was, well, either we're going to fight or we're going to have a conversation. I got to be ready for either way. There go the consequences. We had a conversation. I told him what it was. And like you said, you simply could have just told me. And I can admit, you know, like I tell him, I was just embarrassed, bro. Because it's like, I shouldn't have did you like that. I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have did that. I mean, you know, and I got, you know, he allowed me to get back, work back in his good graces and us to be like it was. So, you know what I'm saying? That's my thing about it. You know, on the whole Lizzo thing, I really wish I knew how to call her. I'd be like, well, say, man, you need somebody to talk to. There go two ladies right here. I mean, you could talk to me and Charles, but I believe y'all going to relate to her a little bit more than we are because we don't know. But then, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't never went through that, how do you talk to that? You know what I'm saying? You can talk to a counseling point, but does she really need a counselor or does she really need a friend? And then the whole consequences thing is kind of like, they're going to come regardless. And you're going to have to be able to live in that consequence until that other person get over it. Just my tidbit, you know what I'm saying? Well, look, man, it's about that time for us to get up out of here, man. Great show. Great, good research to the whole crew. Appreciate your 2 cents, 3 cents, whatever you brought to the table. But we're going to do our last word and go and get up out of here. We're going to start with another Mrs. License Roy.
I think the one thing I want to say, first of all, is whenever you're dealing with mental issues or when you're being judged or perceived a certain way, you have to be comfortable in what you are and knows who you are and whose you are. And that creates a lot of different issues. Sometimes there won't be consequences, you know, the consequences of just looking at yourself negatively, the consequences of putting yourself out there to be judged. It kind of goes together, you know, it goes to say, like, if you're one of the people that has to be on the forefront, understand that by being on the forefront, you're setting yourself up to be judged. And that's a consequence. That's a direct consequence of what you're choosing to do. So you can't kind of fold when the pressure comes, because this is the arena that you're playing in.
Gotcha. Our very own First Lady, Miss Tiffany.
Thank you all for tuning in, those that did. We appreciate you coming in weekly and listening to what we have to say. We definitely appreciate it. Again, just keep everyone in your prayers. There's a lot of losses going on. There's a lot of people that are suffering with COVID. I mean, this Delta variant, is that the name of it? Yeah. It is rampant yet again. So let's just make sure we keep ourselves protected, covered. If you got a little lax, put your mask back on when you're doing what you're doing, because again, it is affecting families. And again, of someone I know who lost her life. So let's just keep families in prayer. You know, I almost know someone else lost theirs. Know a few friends that are dealing with it currently. So let's just make sure we're taking care of ourselves. We're being the healthier version of us. You know, I always say keep growing and glowing. and you do what God wants you to do, or at least try your best.
Appreciate you, Miss First Lady. And let me give kudos to the ladies that are on here. Because one is chasing her dream and getting her doctorate. So congratulations on you. That's why she has sleep. And then the other one over here, when she says growing and glowing, I would tell you, if you knew Tiffany a year ago and knew her now, and sit on Hey Ladies, because I produced the show. But you sit on there when I tell you there is a lot of growth in you young ladies. So keep doing what you're doing. Remember, you two are never be looked at as damaged goods. You are what we call Black excellence. Keep chasing after that, man. Not last, not least, under my big bro, the Russell Simmons of the show, DJ Legend.
Thank everybody for listening again. Brought to you by Mike and Ike's. But yeah, thank everybody for listening. But yeah, man, just I hope Lizzo just hopefully she gets some help. But she was, I don't know what really happened, because when she first came out, she was just straight up confident. So I don't know what trickled it down or whatever, but hopefully she just get back to where she was. Don't worry about it with these naysayers. You still making bread, you still killing the game. But it's a lot of stuff going on. And you right, Tiffany, man, wear your mask. Go get vaccinated if you're not vaccinated, because
right,
it's a lot. I'm just thinking it's gonna shut down again.
Yeah.
It's gonna shut down again. And
I feel like it's coming sooner than what we realize.
Right. The numbers are going up and going up. And I'm just being honest. It's a lot of people out here that's not caring.
Yeah.
They're taking it for granted. Yeah.
It scared me when I know somebody who got vaccinated and got COVID.
Yeah.
One of my partners, man, I found out last week. He just passed away. I don't know. You remember Greg when I was staying at that house around the corner from Mama? When I was staying with them two dudes that time?
Yeah, it's 2 streets over. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, one of the dude named Eddie, that he was a DJ, he just passed away last week, man, 45. He had COVID. His parents didn't hear from him for a couple of days. And so they called, he didn't answer his phone. And they went over there, and when they did that wellness check, he was already gone.
Man, bro, man, y'all look. Even with me DJing, bro, I make sure I'm far away from people.
Right.
You just can't walk up on me and ask me no questions. I keep my microBand with me everywhere I go. So yeah, man, you gotta take the necessary precautions. Yeah, man. I'm like Tiffany said, and like I just had a family member pass last Saturday, so I might have to go to Memphis. But yeah, man, she right, man. It's the Lord coming, and He's coming to get all his soldiers before He come and get the rest of us. So
yeah,
y'all, take care of yourself, man. Health is definitely your wealth. You can't move around if you can't, take with somebody who works probably 7 days a week, right? Yeah. I have understood the method of boy, get in his bed and go to sleep. Leave it alone. If it didn't get done, ain't gonna get done today, man. You can't fix it out. Go ahead and finish like you normally do, brother.
Take your vitamins, take your emergencies, your vitamin D, whatever you're gonna do. And hey, just gotta just be careful out there. But otherwise, God bless y'all. Good night. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. Same time, same bad channel, same her grease, same TCB Tiffany. We on the show with Go.
TCB. Well, that's beeswax. It ain't TCB.
You better know it's beeswax. Mary's baby. I pay the best. I'm
using Soul Glow.
You know that's Blue Magic. She using what?
I know shine through.
We gonna end the show and put this baby to sleep. She done worked hard all week.
You have no idea. I pulled 4 A's. 4 A's. PhD class.
Congratulations to you, man. Keep doing that. Keep letting that man beat you up. He gonna reward you in the end. Other than that, man, you know how we do it. You know, we're back Tuesdays at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. We're not gonna compete with the NFL. I don't see how anybody would. I'm not. So make sure you check in with us. Make sure you share, man. Let people know. If you got a topic you want to talk about, let us know. We'll bring it up. Try to talk about it to our best of our ability. We'll give you our perception. This is what we do. We talk about raw. Those that she said earlier, that elephant in the room conversation that you want to have but you don't want to talk about. That's what we do. We bring it to the table, just give you a perception, and we do this only for you to go start a conversation. Put the phones up, turn the TV out. You know what I'm saying? Have a conversation. Ask the person how you feeling, and let them possibly tell you the truth. Not necessarily tell you what you want to hear, or tell you the fake stuff or the surface stuff, and not the real stuff. Get deep into them, and not necessarily deep into them when you're laying down. I'll let you catch that later. Look, man, you know, we always have a motivational quote. So today's motivational quote is, I want you to vibrate so high that toxic people in your life fall back because they no longer know how to approach you. Look, man, them individuals who don't know how to approach you the same way, and they got their own lives messed up, don't let them interfere with your blessing. You going on to bigger and better things. You know, I live by two mantras: faith and fear cannot dwell in the same place. And while you're on this side until you get to the other side, man, remember to always love, live, and laugh. Until next Tuesday, right here on the Full 180, man, we will see you then. You have a good rest of the week. Make sure you catch on our Facebook and everything else to see what's coming up, and maybe you can see us in the street. If you do, say hi. Come talk to us. You want to be on the show? We'll put you on there. Just make sure you're ready for this conversation. Other than that, man, you have a good day. We out.
Peace.
Deuces.